this school on Thursday, 20th of September, January 2022. So, got driven in because my mum had to go and talk to a teacher and sign some stuff. And I was told to wait for like 5 minutes, but it ended up being a little longer than 5 minutes, which that ended up like, I don't even know, like, it was bad because I felt really weak physically and mentally. So I'm thinking, what are they talking about? This is gonna be really bad, isn't it? And stuff like that. Okay, so it's been a while because I think I meant there. Eventually I come up, and I thought it was just gonna be the. I've never mentioned this teacher before in a video, but sorry, I drank a lot of Coke there. It's a ginger teacher. I probably shouldn't have given a description, although you know who I'm talking about now. I think. I thought it was just going to be her, but it was her and the head of year, the female head of year, not the one that's a fucking con man. But whatever. So we're going, and I'm basically just repeating stuff that I said to the fireplace yesterday and the male head of year yesterday, without or not yesterday, Tuesday, just without the coercion. And I basically just said the same thing, and eventually they said that what can we do to make it better for you? And based off what they said, I said the only thing that you can really do is when we're done the Scarlet Letter. I specified that I really don't want the set because I don't want to make the decision for her. Like, right, I said to her, after one on Scarlet Letter, let's do Brave New World. But I didn't want to affect her decision. I wanted it to be 100% fair. But her response makes it sound like we're definitely going to do Brave New World when we're done Scarlet Letter, and it's my fault. That was basically the entire meeting. When I said that Brave New World is tied to reason number 4, she said, "Oh, I'm going to have a lot of fun figuring this out." So, got the person that controls the iPads to ping my iPad, and turns out it was in the house. I had grabbed it out of my bag to bring it upstairs, but something caused me to do something else, and then I must have forgotten about it. So I got it back at break time, and for first 2 periods, which were study, I just read my physical book. And then when I got the iPad, the internet wasn't working, despite the fact I was in the library. So I just read East to West, and then I finished that East to West volume back in study because the mentor still isn't in. Like, she was supposed to come in today, but I think that they said that she's gonna stay off for make sure that she's fine. So after I finished my book, I tried to download the next one, but it not working. So went Google Classroom, wouldn't load. So I did no homework today, and I got homework today. So the amount of homework for me has gone up. if I'm getting one homework, if every day I'm getting one homework but I'm finishing two, that's perfect. But no, it's gone up by one. I don't know what the count is. Anyway. In media, I didn't really understand what was going on, but I was able to do the work fine because I missed 70 minutes again. And missing 20 minutes seems to be fine. I'm able to catch up, but when it comes to 70 minutes, I can't because he's too fast. And I didn't realize until we were in the car, but I think the reason why he's too fast is because he has no choice but to go too fast, because if he slows down, then wouldn't be able to do everything for the exam. But then that just means that the media studies course is too big. Yeah, take some stuff out of there. Anyway, in media we were told that all sixth formers have to go to the hall at period 8. So when it came to period 8, they were talking about how apparently yesterday every person that was supposed to do toilet duty didn't do it. Sorry, the hiccups now. And because no one was doing toilet duty, people who wanted the bathrooms were doing whatever the hell they wanted. There was a lot of vaping, a lot of like throwing toilet paper on the walls or whatever. And the latest thing that they always do where it's like, we know that it was only like, let's say, only 6 years, but all you need to know this. The people who weren't responsible because we know not to do it. And we go, oh, we don't want to waste valuable class time. Then don't. Like, all you need to do was grab the people responsible and shout at them. Don't shout at all of us. And then after that, it was like, the female head here said, "Can everyone who uses the girls' bathrooms stay behind?" That's a really strange way of wording. Can all the girls stay behind? I think why she worded it that way is because there are probably a couple of trans people in sixth form. But trans people identify as the gender that they're not. So if you say, can all girls stay behind, then you mean all biological girls and all men who became women. So there was no need to word it that way. But whatever. There was only 3 of us, 3 guys. In the English class, we all went back, and I just messed around the whiteboard, like, or like DH's crimes, and asked the other 2 that like say what crimes have committed: racism, being alive, being based, writing on the whiteboard, which I just wrote was being ironic. I think that was it. That was fun. Then I had to leave the day driving lesson. I'd say it went better than the first one, but not as good as the second one. And it was basically just the same as the second one, but turning was involved, and that was the problem for me. Can't do turning, so we're gonna have to learn that. I went up to 40 miles an hour. Could have been higher. Like I'm not saying could have went higher than that. What I mean is, I might have went higher than 40. Just the highest number when I was looking at the dashboard because the instructor's car has a digital meter. The highest number I saw was 40 miles an hour. I drove on my own from Ards to Dundonald. Like, I wasn't recognising the road and just went down the road he told me to go down until I realised that's Little James. Like I think it's a nursery. As soon as you enter Dundonald. And then I realised that crap, he wants me to. I had to stop at lights a couple times, which sucked. So that's put my confidence in driving down. I'm probably gonna have next week as my last lesson. Anyway, this is Twitter as of 11 to 6 p.m. I don't know what this is. If you're offended, it's true. Hashtag boycott Starbucks. Many discuss Starbucks' decision to reverse policy in earlier this month, which could require its US workers to be vaccinated against coronavirus. Starbucks suspends vaccine test requirement after the US court ruling. So, Starbucks for once is based, and people are angry about the fact that it's based as per usual. That's predictable. Yeah, employer vax mandates. The fragmentation of the NFT secondary market away from OpenSea will be terrible for the NFT market prices. Sorry, loser, nobody wants an NFT market that censors are not approved by a cabal of New York financiers. I really don't like playing these incredible memes because the music might be copyrighted, but because you're not going to get what it's about without hearing the audio, I have no choice but to play it.
Nice right now? We've all jerked at Delali at some point or another. We've all... Well, you don't have a penis. We have at some point in our lives been going fucking crazy on some hentai site, and we've been fucking stroking as hard and fast as we can, and then after we nut, we go back and look over our history chat, and we go like, oh jeez. Oh boy. Some of these girls looked pretty young. Okay, I don't give a fuck, alright? Nice right now?
He was actually kind of correct until he said that he doesn't care. You know, like, people might jerk off to... Not... Lolly, and maybe they don't know that it's Lolly at the time, and that's fine that they don't know, and it was illegal at the time. You know, as he said, they'll look back at the search history and go, oh, yeah, that's bad. That's fine. But the thing is for Fosh is that he looks and goes, whatever. No one's getting hurt. Maybe when it comes to when the child porn is animated, no one's getting hurt, but the child is getting hurt when it's real child porn. Yeah, new Vosh CP defense has dropped. We should be much more worried about population collapse. We should be investing in technology makes having kids much faster and easier, cheaper, more accessible, synthetic wombs, etc. Now that sounds like something out of Brave New World. This is an awful idea. Synthetic wombs for what? Why take on the risk? Disparities in economic success between men and women are far larger once marriage plus children enter the picture. Synthetic wombs would remove the high burden of pregnancy significantly, reducing the inequality. I don't know where I stand on this because, well, I do think that, yeah, okay, this guy's convinced me that it's a good thing. I just don't like the idea of a baby growing anywhere but a womb, like a real womb. I know that we already have like test tube babies and all that, but whatever. New man-made horror beyond our comprehension just dropped. I've already looked at this. UK returning to being one of the freest countries in Europe. Who would have thought? You mean England? Stiggy will hold on to these rules as long as possible. Yeah, I think we are also reducing our laws a bit, but not as much as England. Although hopefully we follow suit as well. Because I'd like to actually go places without having to show my vaccine passport. Because I'm going to be a bit hypocritical about this, because this is the argument that pro-choicers make, but like if if you're not vaccinated, then you don't have to get vaccinated, get a vaccine passport. You can just get someone to make a fake one for you, like a fake ID. Things are really not looking good for Mojo Bojo. Person who can make sip guns out of anything, can memorize building layouts at a glance, and can make copies of cases by looking at them once, might end up being very hard to keep inside the prison walls. And he was Mark the Priest. I've already seen the video. I don't remember much about it. I used to be able to watch videos and play games and concentrate on both at the same time, but now I can't. And I looked, and behold, a pale Lada in his name that sat on him was Igor, and finding hard Baz followed with him. Ivan Slobmanov, commander of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, killed instantly by Igor, 2022. Almost all anti-free speech advocacy boils down to I wish people would stop pointing out the awful crap I'm doing. I seriously don't understand why anyone would be against free speech. I seriously don't understand it. Why do you think this is the case? I'm just curious what your thoughts are. It can be something as simple as a person not liking being criticized or mocked, but their ego is so huge they think it should be a crime. Or it's because they're doing terrible things and don't want you pointing out because they want to continue doing terrible things. Another reason I've noticed people is they don't want you to invoke their conscience. As in cases where people do awful crap and they know it's bad, but they make a bunch of excuses about it being for the greater good, so my actions are justified. But if you try and shatter that illusion and make them feel bad about their actions, if they're an extremely unreasonable person, the response will be to make it illegal, to make them feel bad. I don't really care about commuting daily, but because it gives me time to read. Just saw you pass me in Central. You didn't even look happy. I have what's called raging resting face. Yes, we get a great reset, great reset, great reset. I'm gonna tell you what the World Economic Forum does all day. Like this is their job. If a movie says, based off the book by Philip K. Dick, the World Economic Forum will watch it, write down the dystopian ideas in it, and make it happen in real life. For example, in Minority Report, there is a scene where Tom Cruise's character walks into a shop, and suddenly the advertisements, they're all holograms, and they go like, "Hi Tom Cruise, you look like you could use another pair of socks," or something like that. And they didn't describe how it happens in the book or the movie, but basically, the World Economic Forum developed a laser that tells when you go in the shops. So it's really simple to make that happen now, to make ads do that. All you need to do is place a poster for something, place a speaker next to the poster, and have it set up the text to speech. So, you walk into a shop, and now the speaker comes, "Hello, Dylan Hamilton. You look like you can use some ice cream." See if Bong Joon-ho's next film is as good as Parasite. I'm definitely watching it. But I've watched the Snowpiercer movie, which I think he also directed, and I didn't like it. So it could be bad. Yes, no vaccine mandates.